Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Kubeflow Model Registry community meeting. Today is March 31st, 2025. Thank you everybody for being here. And this meeting is being recorded. This meeting is conducted with the Kubeflow CNCF uh, code, uh, code of ethics. So I hope everybody is respectful of others and contribute to what they can bring in. I see at least one new face. Anybody who wants to introduce themselves? Hey, welcome, Mahadi, back again. Thanks for your contributions to the community. I see been at least gone through one PR. Go in, right?
Sorry, you're talking to me?
Yeah. I said thank you for your contributions. And
Thank you.
let me see if I can. Before I go further, anybody wants to add any more items to the agenda? So I'm gonna. Anything from your side, either? You want to add any? Oh, yeah, I see you adding it in there. All right. Okay. If nobody has any questions, let's go ahead. There were a couple of follow-up questions from Milos on the Kubeflow 1.10 release. There were two things I think that Mecho wanted me to follow up on. One is the videos for the Kubeflow 1.10 release. I think one is due from Alessio and one from the UI team. Can we get? I think I'm going over this part of the meeting maybe right now, but yeah, any update? Is either you can give me on that?
I know there was a long thread between all three.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Milos is here, but I didn't read the full thread. But I know they are discussing this.
Milos is some he couldn't. He sent a message saying that he couldn't attend today's meeting. He's got some other engagement, so he wanted us to follow up on if because this, I believe this Friday is the deadline to submit that for the blog post. So I know Lucas has been working on it, and I don't see him here. Maybe he's at KubeCon. A lot of folks are at KubeCon this week, so maybe we can reach out to him privately and see where he is there.
I reach out. I have a thread with all three here.
Okay, all right, will do. And I think there is a blog post also going on. Have anybody had a time to take a look at it? I mean, we can probably go. So yeah, from the target release is 7th, so that is a week from today, right? Yeah, it is Friday. At KubeCon, they are going to be making announcements about the Kubeflow 1.10 release, and obviously, there's been milestones builds already built on this one. Believe all the deliverables are in place. So the only two deliverables we need to still work through is the blog post and the videos supporting that release.
Yeah. So Ramesh, for the blog post, I can do the review because I have to add the UX research, because we just added the UX research in the Google Docs, because I was reviewing the Google Docs, and I can review the content from Model Registry from the Google Docs. I'm talking about this. I was following this blog here.
Right.
I paste on the chat.
Yeah, I think this is the one I'm sharing is. Oh, that's probably in doc format. I think they moved it into a more a PR here. That one I'm showing. Maybe we can you can take a look at this one.
Yeah,
that would be better.
I have to append here either way to include the WEX
Okay.
research. So I will review. I can review either way. So you can put me on this.
Okay. Maybe let me see. I don't know whether I have. I don't think I am the admin on this one to add more reviewers, but yeah, feel free.
I can add myself.
Yeah, yeah, feel free to go and yeah. It looks like there is a big section on the model registry UI. Model registries, container storage, initializer. Is Alassio here? I don't see Alassio. Okay, so I'll reach out to Alassio to read through this. And Alassio did tell me that he was working on the video for the custom storage initializer. So we expect we can see that there. Just all the Kubeflow model registry, developers / users. My request is, take 5 minutes and look through this section, and if there is anything else you think we can add, or you worked on that is not being represented here, let's see if we can get it added here. All right. Then I'm gonna go back to my previous screen if I can find it. So the next one is I think there is a draft slides. I have not verified this one too. So have a take a look at the slides. Share this tab instead. Got it. Okay, I believe maybe too small to see. Let me increase the font there. Control plus. I think a new model registry UI, easy model registration, custom storage initializer. Those are the 3 things we are taking in. Again, same thing I would say as the last one. If there are more you guys are looking at, any features that we are missing, please do add them there. Going back here. What's the UX research study there, Rita? You wanna?
Yeah, this is what I talked on the last meeting. That I'm working with WEX team from Red Hat, and they are willing to help us in the community as well. So we created a form to gather user input from the other community. I'm going to do this via blog post, via slides, and also ask people to go and do us in the KubeCon, and also use the social media for this. And I'm going to start this research for the Model Registry. So we are going to use this WEX research to drive the next version of the Model Registry UI.
Okay.
We are planning to do this for multiple components on the Kubeflow. We are going to start with by Model Registry.
Do you want to include this one in our blog post so that you get?
Yes. That's why I'm going to review the blog post, because we added this as a comment on the Google Doc, so I'll push for the pull request.
Okay, that sounds good. I think even yeah, we can. Yeah, blog post would I think would have a wider reach if anybody wants to do it. Is there any? Is there any? This is. Let me go back and. Share this tab instead. Share the. So this is specifically for model registry, but you're saying
go for the. This is the legal thing.
Yeah.
I click and agree and next. I can explain you. Put the could be any of the first 2 and next.
Steady only. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then here's our main page. We ask the name, the persona, which products he have experience for us to gather data for the Kubeflow community.
Mhm.
Then we ask for the type of experience of the person and which tasks they use for us to use the person to the review later. And then in the last question is if you ever have model registry or a model hub, like model catalog, if
Mhm.
this person replies yes, the next page they are going to book a meeting. You have probably to put their name there, Ramesh.
Output. Oh, my email address here. See.
And then click on next.
Oops.
And
Okay. Kept my. That's good.
here is where we are going to book appointment. And as soon as you book appointment, the UX resources will contact with the person
Okay.
to do a user interview.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, we hope with this we are able to gather a real feedback from what we deliver in 110 and also what we are going to deliver in the next version.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks for doing this. Appreciate that.
And thanks Vince also, that is the one that did all the work.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. So we already talked about the video creation. You're gonna reach out to Lucas there, so that's good. Anybody can review these things and take the survey if you want. That would be great. Critical path moving into just yep. Thanks, Mary, for doing some the moving of the repos into GSCR repos. We appreciate that. Oh, that's very cool. Three of them there. So right now, what if we have not already noticed, we have moved all our container images from Docker into GSCR repository. So they are there. The primary motivation behind that one was to not get into the Docker throttling of the images when we do the deployments using the manifest and stuff. So this would definitely help us uh, avoid some of the unnecessary throttling and of the issues. So it should be very good. Couple of yeah, there were a bunch of uh, thank you for all who were helped with this effort. The only one final item I have here before I go to that, I want to take a pause for a second and see if there anybody, either if you have anything more from you wanna say something from the UI side.
No, that's it.
Okay. Um, so so this is kind of what we have also been trying to do is in the Kubeflow model registry, we're trying to put together, hey, what would be the thinking behind a Kubeflow 1.11 pipeline looks like. There are a bunch of issues, we've been, tossing, and a lot of them are each one of them have one of the issues here have a GitHub issue log. These are some of the obviously high level issues we've been trying to target. One of them is remove the ML metadata, Google ML metadata um, container dependency of that container from the model registry. The idea is to remove that and go directly use our own database or whatever the way we want to bring in bring in an alternative solution there, right? Go ahead, Dheeraj. Yes.
Yeah, so if you go back enough in our Model Registry code base, there already actually was an implementation that used GOM with a PostgreSQL database. So, if you can resurrect that portion of the code, then we should be like much further along in that, or anyone who's working on that particular issue.
I'm,
But yeah,
I'm
it's not a.
what was the call you said?
Sorry?
You said something. We already have something already in there.
Yeah, we already had that in the code base in the early stages of this project when we started it in 23. It uses Go's GORM library,
Uh-huh.
GORM, and PostgreSQL database. So there's already like a schema and
Why don't you
code to
have
call
it
it and
linked in
stuff.
here into this?
Yeah, I'll mention that in the issue.
Yeah, pull it down
I'll
here so
post
that
that down.
yeah, I think people are making comments, so this would be the right time to bring in any already existing work into it.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Then track enablement by default. I think this is more about we wanna obviously we've been in alpha. I'm not too sure whether we were making it as a beta in the 1.10. I need to check that on that one. But the idea is to at 1. When we release 1.11, have the model registry deployed by default by the manifest. Right now, it's an optional component. We wanna make sure, we wanna see whether we can push our product into at a stable state that we can get it installed defaultly. So that's some work. There's some work we need to do there. That's this one. Data store abstraction, I would say, probably goes along with the remove of ML metadata. If you wanna if you can think of this one as a byproduct or a subproduct of it. So once you remove the dependency, let's introduce a data store abstraction on there. So that's that. I will come back to these two towards the end, but then there is an ask from the at least looking at the current UI. We made a great progress. Um, with the model catalog capability, we are bringing in model cards up a model into the mix. It would be very nice to display a model card information using the UI. So we can talk a little bit more on that in coming weeks. One thing that is missing, a critical feature right now in the UI in 1.10 is a deploy a model from the UI. So we probably want to look into see if we can make that happen. Yeah, go ahead, either.
Yeah. Remember, those are the two main topics that we are planning for the UI. Is what a model catalog UI will look like from the user perspective, and also how we should do the action from the model registry to do a deployment. What this means.
You're right, exactly.
These are one of the main themes on the user research that we are planning to do.
Perfect. Yeah, I was gonna loop it in there when I come back there, but it's intertwined there. Yes, Mahdi, go ahead.
I have a quick question. Would it be possible to, because I'm writing a proposal for the project on the GSOC, would it be possible to bring this model catalog or deploy model from UI to the GSOC project? Because I think it's related. When we export model to the model registry, we can extend it in this way.
What do you think, Ida? What's your
Yeah, I think so. There is the GSOC starting 1 month, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the why, I'm not the complications that I'm not sure about if you're going to have the definition for what the why would look like until now, because we want to do this wax path.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but definitely there is something. I don't know, Ramesh. Did you create for a GSOC for Model Registry?
A GSOC, these came out a little bit later after we designed those projects in the website, so they were not part of that. But if somebody wants to submit a proposal, I'm not opposed to it, because it's a good welcome contributions from the community. But if you ask me, is there a project in those 11 projects or 12 projects we listed? There isn't any, because at that time we didn't have a view into what we wanted to do at the Kubeflow 1.11.
But Madi, are you interested in working with UI?
I have some experience in UI, so I think I don't know if you consider that project from exporting model from trainer to the Model Registry related to this VG. I'm not sure, because in the training VG they didn't talk about it. I thought that it might be related to the Model Registry part, because but in general it's between components, I think.
By the way, this integrations with the training, this one is definitely mentioned on the GSOC project.
Yeah.
This was
you understand my concern? I'm sorry, Ramesh, is that I don't want to engage with something that is not listed on the website.
Yeah. The problem I see there, is I, as an admin of the GSOC, I'm not prohibiting not to use, but the problem for us is finding a mentor, right? And let's say that Mahdi says, I really want to develop the model catalog. We don't, there isn't anybody we assign, there is somebody who is willing to mentor on that one, right? Or going for that's what we don't have right now. Definition of it, that becomes a little bit harder in terms of because it's still in the more of a exploration phase into what that means totally, right?
Yeah, agree.
That's why I do encourage, but at the same time be cautious, what you getting into.
I pasted the wrong link. Okay. Let me copy the right one. Yeah, it's this one that we're talking, right? It's about Model Registry to
Absolutely, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, but Madi, as soon as we have the definition, even if it's not the GSOC, you love to
contribute,
to include you on contributions on the roadmap. It's just that we don't know yet what we are going to build, because I want to build the WISE with the after WEX doing the research.
Okay, yeah, okay, sure. But just to make sure, you have the mentor for the current project listed on the GSOC?
Yes, this one, yes, we do have.
No, the project 9 is one that people already offer to be the mentor. Yeah. So it's the easy path for you.
Yeah, okay, of course.
So that's that, and there is a inference controller. There's a proposal by Lazio bringing in a somewhat of a pseudo. I don't want to say an operator, but a controller to do various kind of a common controller that one can configure to do various tasks that we don't want to pull in directly into the model registry, but maybe as a go between multiple components. Starting with the inference controller, where it's case or it's a reconciliation between K-server and model registry, how it can. So that's one example. We are, I think there is a proposal there. So yeah, look, if anybody is interested, I think he probably has some pull request already there, but that would be something very interesting that is, I think, looking at. I'm not too familiar with this one, but trying to obviously whole of Kubeflow is trying to trek towards CNCF. So if there are any best practices and stuff we can do, there's a lots of in order to get into CNCF, there are lots of tasks you need to, you need to do things in a certain way that follows the open source principles. Much more beyond than, I guess, in terms of using the frameworks and the engagement and all those things. Maybe those are the ones I believe is behind that. I think this one and model catalog, I'll come back to model catalog as these two are one and the same, two different ones logged by two different folks. So a model catalog is what we are looking at is like a I think the comparative terms you see is, if you go to a Hugging Face, how it shows up the models, right up front in your face, or if you go to, I think if you look at some other platforms like Google or something, they call it Model Garden, where, there you may be showing some popular, maybe you are showing the Llama models or Mistral models, all those things in a one page, LLM, like large language models in a one page, or even predictive models. It's a catalog of models that you want to expose to your users or customers, where you can read about the model itself. When you click on the model, it should show the model card information from it, just like Hugging Face is. And from there, if you are interested, you can take it into Model Registry you can take it to Model Registry, and then maybe in future we will think about integrating with the training there, so that it can be further fine-tuned, or if there are any RAG operations they are coming in, it's integration options, right? I'm not saying that Model Registry will do that, but once you have a catalog, somebody clicks in it and they say that, oh yeah, this Llama model, I want to take it and further tune it. So we would provide those extension points into other systems, right? So that's the direction, but in order to get there, we need to show them a catalog of models that we want to expose. So how we do that, one of the at least what called out in this proposal was, maybe how can we interface with Hugging Face and pull in some models from there, or how can as a company, how can you statically list some models that you are working with, or if you are working with Red Hat, how can you pull in Red Hat models in there, so on and so forth. So it's going to be a very interesting future. So obviously, as Ida is saying, there is a UI study that is being done. So if you want to participate in there, yeah, please take that survey and see how we can develop. Both. There is a lot of work in terms of both UI wise as well as the backend wise for this, right? Because you have to render the pages to show the models. At the same time, you need to be able to go fetch these models, these champion models or whatever these are, right? From wherever the third-party location. They may not be in one location, right? They may be in a Hugging Face. They can be in a, if we provide an integration with MLflow, it's probably these models on an MLflow registry. You can pull it back in. So it's a centralized place, like a federated place where you can show in a single screen all the models you wanna showcase to your customers. So that's the one behind it. The storage is another feature. I don't know how much we can get into there, but at least the minimally what's being proposed there is to bring the storage into Model Registry. Whenever we talk about Model Registry, it's strictly been only the metadata so far. What if we bring in the storage like S3 or OCI engine, OCI storage points behind it, right? Then users would be able to not only store the metadata, but also store their models along with it or any other artifacts. so that's it. You can look at it as a one composite unit. Maybe they are dispersed, but at least Model Registry will provide you a composite view of that whole experience you are working with. So there's a lot more to be done there too. So there's little work done recently by Sydney and Eric in terms of the AI Python libraries there to store and register a model into an S3 bucket and into a S3 bucket as well as a OCI storage already. But we are looking at what else we can do to extend this feature a little bit more tightly. So it's a huge list. I see there's a lot of opportunities to contribute. So I encourage everybody to take a look at it and see if there is anything they're wanting. Come talk to us. So that's pretty much what I had for this meeting. So I'm gonna stop there and see Kubeflow notes 1. I'm gonna stop there and see if anybody has any questions. No? Right. So talk to you soon, you guys, in 2 weeks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Bye-bye.